All right, welcome into the live training. So let's see who's coming in here. As always, if you are new to Dubb, please put a one in the chat with your industry as well, if you don't mind. One in the chat if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning, which is always helpful. And I'll drop this in here. These trainings, it's going to be in the live section right now on YouTube support, but we also upload it to the regular part of our support channel as well. I just put the link in the chat. So Dubb support will have all the previous live trainings. And typically what people do is when they come into the training, they'll see what they want to see, or they'll say, "Oh, I want to see that part again about email sending or about how to record this." And then maybe they want to use the mobile app. They'll have their mobile app pulled up. They'll pull up the recording and kind of learn that way and kind of practice it. So it's a good way to kind of go back through it. All right, so let me share my screen here and let's jump in. Okay. So when we think about Dubb in general, one of the biggest things we want to think about is what visually do people see when they see this? Because obviously social media has had a huge effect on, everything for years now in terms of, us being used to swiping if we're not interested in something or we are interested. What does it visually look like? So I think it's a big part of sales now, even though probably less than 5% of the sales world sends videos like this. So there's a big opportunity with a lot of that we've experienced over the years. But you want to think about what do they see? So you want to be able to give context and you want to be able to give some kind of hook. So before we record any kind of video, we need a hook. So what you can do is with your AI, if you use ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, if you use within the Dubb dashboard, if you use Auto right up here at the top, and you click in here, you can ask the AI, say, look, here's my ICP, my ideal customer profile. Here's the person or group of folks I'm reaching out to. This is why I'm reaching out. This is what I want them to do as an action. Give me 20 to 30, 50, you could say, 5 to 6 word hooks that will make them want to click on the video and give context and be enticing for them to want to watch the video. So then the AI will give you that list of those 5 to 6 word hooks, give it a human pass, see what ones you like, don't like, ask the AI to make some changes or updates. And then when you have the ones that you like, then it's about how do you visually send these out. So we say 5 to 6 words just because this little whiteboard that I'm holding up on the Dubb mobile app, I think it's about 30 something characters. And then in the subject line, you don't want to have it too long because it's going to cut off as it's going. So I think 5 to 6 words is probably pretty good, that we've recommended over the years. So once you have your hook and you know what that is, then you're like, how do I visually going to convey it? So here are the different styles. So one is going to be with the webcam, direct from webcam that I recorded here. I got the Dubb mobile app on my phone, which has a little whiteboard feature where you can type. And that's where I typed it. Now, because it's animated, the first 3 seconds when you hit record, whatever you're doing, that's what's going to be the preview. You can technically, inside of Dubb, take the little slider of the video and move it to a different visual part if you like that better and make that the animated GIF, or you could upload your own thumbnail. But to be efficient with these things, just get ready, hit record, first 3 seconds. That way you can go and do your thing. So this is recorded from the webcam. Now you also can do this style from the webcam. You can have a virtual background behind you. So if you're not holding up the whiteboard, if you want to give context and have a hook behind you, you can do that. It could be a screenshot of an action someone took. It could be a profile like you see here. It could be an article you want to share. It could be a company website, whatever is going to give them that sense of, I have a kind of idea of what this could be about, or what is this? This is interesting. Now, you also can do a combination here. So I can do a combo of both. I can hold up the whiteboard and have the virtual background behind me if I want to do that kind of combination. Like if you were in real estate and you had a property somebody was interested in, just take a screenshot of the property and then hold up the whiteboard as well with either the property address so they know. Well, if they're interested in a property, they should know what it looks like. But you could do the same thing. Like maybe it's an expired listing, whatever you want to do there. So the whole idea is either use the virtual background by itself, whiteboard by itself, or do a combination of both. Now you also can do this kind of recording. You can do a screen recording with Dubb. So this is with the Dubb Chrome extension. This is a browser-based screen recorder. The little Dubb button's right up here at the top in the browser. So you just Google Dubb Chrome extension, three-step process to pin it up here. And anything within the browser that you want to be on top of and explain something visually, this is a really nice quick way to do it. So right here, you can see that this is a market update. You can see I put little annotation arrows pointing towards the bubble. And notice that I'm holding, again, that whiteboard. I'm giving an additional message. Now, you don't have to do that. You could wave and smile, and that's fine. We know it's a market update. But why not take the opportunity to take that whiteboard and say there's something else here too? because there's been a big change in the market. So whatever industry you're in, whatever you're trying to convey, it's back to that hook inside here. But this is just a different visual way to show something because when you watch the video, I'm going to be walking you through something. And that's really kind of the whole point. Now, there's another screen recorder that we have called the Dubb desktop app. So the desktop app is different than the Chrome because the Chrome extension is browser based, any website within there. But the desktop app is like a drone that flies over the top of everything on your computer. So it can go on top of the websites, documents, videos, Canvas slides, whatever it is. And it also has the ability to crop. So notice how I'm moved in closer on this website. I'm cropped in. So it has some cool functions. So when I show you the desktop and the Chrome extension, they're screen recorders, you'll be able to see the difference between the two. Now, there's also the mobile app. So the mobile app has the ability to put a virtual background behind you and text on screen, like you see right here. You also can just put on the screen your hook. So what like we just talked about, where's your hook? Type it, put it above, below, wherever you want to put it. You also have the ability with the mobile app to use picture in picture. So this is where, great for property walkthroughs here because you could grab your phone, start walking through a property, and it uses both cameras on the phone, and you're showing what's in front of you and, you as well. So you get excited to show something, it's right there. Now, if you're not in real estate, and let's just say you pulled up a website you wanted to show to someone, you found someone's profile online, just take your phone, lean into the computer, and do the same thing. And you're just showing what's in front of you, and you're on the screen. If you're with a client, you could do a quick little video testimonial. They could sit right across from you. You could record them. You're in the corner of the video, and you're asking them the questions, and that would be kind of a cool thing to upload to social media. So there's a lot of different choices here. You could be at a live event that you're at and get the crowd and show them there. So pretty cool options visually. But whatever options you do choose that you want to go with, it's all about the experience after they click. It's because once they get here and they click on the video, they're going to be brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset. So the preset is going to have your logo right over here, the initial video you've created right here in the middle, and then playlist videos that are going to play right after it. So the power of the playlist is it provides more information, but it also gives you the ability to record one video, one time, minute, minute and a half, which is basically your pitch video about you, your products, your services, why someone should go with you, and have that right here in the playlist because it's going to play right after this first video. It's very seamless. So when you have that video there about you and what you do one time that you record, it frees you up in the initial videos to do that hook that we talked about. Make it 30 to 40 seconds. Be quick, get in, get out, drop the value, have them take an action. Now, if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have them in the video playlist. If you don't have them, I'll show you a way to get them in 1 second. Now, below here, you're going to have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after consuming the content? Most of the time that we've seen over the years, it's book a time in a calendar. That's probably the most popular button. But you could have them visit your website. You could have them download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide. You could have them fill out a form. You could have a link to an external form. You could have them email you back. You could have them check out a case study. You could have them leave a review. So there's a number of options. You even can have them reply with a video. It's rare that someone will do that, but if you emphasize it, we've had it happen before where someone sends a video back to us to say hi. Video reply is a great button if you want to get video testimonials. A lot of Dubb users over the years have done this. So what you can do is record a video for someone, have that button below it. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. You don't have to download anything. It's not complicated. Just click reply with video below and let me know, what do you think about the platform? And then they send that video back. You get a notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply, and then you just make it part of the playlist. And this is the great experience that someone can have right inside here that's worked over the years. Now, the last part over here to the right is your AI assistant called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And SIA is great because when someone gets on your landing page, maybe they're thinking about taking an action, but they have, real-time questions. So over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs, 3 of them would show, and you can ask the AI a question as well. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to want to keep the momentum going. So as it gives the answer down at the bottom, it's going to push for whatever your desired outcome is. So for me, it's booking a time in my calendar. But obviously it could be different for you, but it will push for that at the end. Now, the AI itself is educated inside the Dubb platform with individual website pages where it will physically learn what's in text on the pages. And then also, you can upload a PDF. So you can do one or the other or both, and then the AI is educated on what you want it to know about. Now, these preset landing pages in general, you should have different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. So if I was doing, let's say, recruiting and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want a preset landing page for both of those. Same thing with real estate, buyers, sellers, FISBOs, expireds, insurance, mortgage, finance, coaching, consulting, pretty much any industry that you're in, you can always segment it out to different parts of your audience. If you have an audience that there's no segmentation and the message is the same, okay, great. Then you got your one page. But if there is some kind of segmentation in messaging and what you're offering for services, then you should have different pages. When you get on a paid plan with Dubb, during our optimization setup with the team, they help you set up the buttons and the pages and all that good stuff. And then all of this is tracked. So when you send this to someone and they click on the video, it'll show did they open the email? Did they watch the video? If they did, what's the watch percentage? That way you can really follow up in a good way. Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? You'll have all of that information. Now, as far as recording the videos, how would we record these types of styles? How would we record a webcam video? So inside Dubb, right up here at the top is your red camera icon for recording. Click this here. This is also where you can upload a video into the Dubb platform right there. And this opens up your webcam. So to get the whiteboard, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, which is Dubb app. And when you have it, this is going to be the button. So here's the mobile app, here's the home area, and the button is right up here at the top, that little square button right there with the person in the corner. When you tap that there, then it opens up the ability to type. And this is where you type your hook that we talked about. Type it, turn it, and there it is, just like this. And if you want to do the virtual background behind here, all you have to do is go below, select virtual background, and then we have some stock footage down here, but you can go to your photos and then just upload all the stuff we just talked about. Properties in real estate, market update screenshots, articles, person's profile, screenshots of actions. And then you have all of that in the library in here. Just choose the one that you want, and it puts it behind you just like this. And then just make sure you have a good front light, like a ring light or natural light or a combination of both. If you're using your hands to talk, I would stay within your shoulder line because if you go out here, it's going to get cut off. And if you want to use two together, like we talked about, you have the background and you have this. Now, every Dubb option in Dubb for recording has a teleprompter option. So if you want to use a teleprompter, they're pretty awesome. They keep you on pace. If you have an exact phrase you want to use, want to have the words right in front of you, it just takes a little bit of practice to use it. But to use a teleprompter, you have to have a script saved into Dubb first. So if I was in the Dubb dashboard like this, and I wanted to have a script, right here to the left inside the Dubb dashboard, under Assets to the left, is Scripts right here. So you can select it here, go to the blue plus button right here, and then you drop in your script. Give it a name, save it. So it's saved in the platform. You also can access the teleprompter and the ability to write a script right up here at the top. So if you click in here, you can go right to scripting. See how it says create new script? It'll take you right to where we just were. Or you can scroll to find a script that you already have saved in Dubb. Or you can find a script by putting in the title of the script and it will show up. Now, when it pops down here, I would say arm's distance is pretty good for an eye line. Make sure your eyes stay at the top as the words flow up. If your eyes are going down and searching for the words, increase the speed because you're obviously waiting for the words to be there. Now, here is the speed right here that you can adjust up or down for the teleprompter. Here's the play button to see if you like that speed. Here is the text to back it off. Here is the text to zoom it in. You also can do some real-time editing right here with the pencil icon. So if you wrote a script, but then you read it and you're like, I don't like that line, you can make those changes right here. Now to record, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to hold up my little whiteboard here. I'm going to click record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. I can hit the pause button, stop the recording, click it again to resume. I can click the delete button, says, hey, are you sure you want to do this? And then if you want to save this into Dubb, save it into the platform. It's the blue check mark, which will save it into Dubb. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap this button here and it's closed. So whether you're using the virtual background by itself, you're using the whiteboard by itself, or you're using a combination of both, or if you don't use either of those, make sure you smile and wave and do something interesting when the video begins. This is the most straightforward way to record something. So I'm going to hit the check mark here, and it's going to save it into the Dubb platform. Now, when it saves this video inside of Dubb, it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of the platform. So I'm just going to choose a different video because that video is still transcoding. So let's grab this one right here. When it's saved into Dubb, you can do some things here now. So at the top, you can hit the pencil icon. You can change the name of the video internally. Just make sure you click the check mark when you're done. You can download an MP4 version of every video you save into Dubb. You can download an MP4 file. Over to the right, you can click this little preview button to the right that opens it up in a new tab and says, hey, this is what your video looks like on a landing page. Here's the playlist, here's the buttons, here's your AI. Great. Now here, there's also a drop down that you can click. Notice this says Rob's preset with a check mark. That's my default preset landing page. So any video I record, that's always going to be the preset landing page that is attached to it. Unless I change it to another one that's in my list right here, which if I already have them created, I can do that. I can also upload this to my YouTube channel if I want to. We have tabs down here, an analytics tab. So we have a coach here, an AI coach called Kyra. Then when you make a video, if you want feedback, just click generate. It'll give you feedback on delivery analysis. It'll also give you feedback on visuals and on the content itself. Activities right over here to the right that we mentioned earlier. You can really drill down on what information you want to know about in terms of the activity of the video, so you follow up in a good way. You have a details tab here that's going to remind you these are the buttons that are below your video. This is the sales assistant that's on your page. And these are the playlist videos. They're going to play right after the initial video that you've created. Now you can change these right here if you want to. You can delete or add whatever you want. If you already sent this video to someone, but you forgot to change a button or add a video, you still can do it even though it's already sent, and it will refresh on their side. You also have an editing tab. So any video that you save into Dubb, you can edit. You can hit the play button to play it. You can drag your timeline. Like let's just say I want to cut something out, right? Let's just say this is my first cut point. Hit the scissor icon here. It splits the clip into two. Drag it or play it to my second cut point. Let's just say it's there. Scissors. And now you got three pieces. And whatever's highlighted in orange, just click delete and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, just click undo, 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 and you're right back to the beginning. And if you want to do this here, click the design tab. So like I mentioned at the top, when you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds repeats. If you want to change that, you can drag this right here to a different part of the video that you like visually. Click generate thumbnail and you'll have it. Or you can upload your own thumbnail. Now, if we want to send this video out, we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page, now we just want to send it. So up here at the top, we're going to open up an email, open up a compose, and now we just want to send this out. So right here, you're going to notice that we have the word video in the subject line. That is a best practice. Definitely have that. It stands out in the inbox. It's rare that you see it. Definitely have that hook we talked about. Have a little text in here in terms of why they should watch the video. And then to drop the video in, you can do it in two ways. So one is going to be from directly inside the platform where we come in here. And next to every video is a big blue share and send button. Select that there. Put the email of the person you're sending it to get that advanced tracking. You even can add a little personalization text at the top of the video. If you want to, you don't have to, but you can. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste, and it drops just in like that. Now, there is a shortcut if you have Gmail or Outlook 365. The Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a minute is right up here in the browser. When this is logged in here, there's a little button that's going to show up in Gmail right there at the bottom, the Dubb button. In Outlook 365, it'll be off to the right. When you click this, it's going to open up the screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, the Chrome. But you'll notice I have the ability to scroll through my video library and find the video that I want. So all I have to do is find my video, click advanced options like we did before, put the email in for tracking, add a little personalization text if I want to, and then just click insert, and it would pop it right in just like it would right there. Now the screen recording, this is what we're going to look at now. So that was webcam. Now let's look at screen recording. And that's going to be this one right here. Browser-based screen recorder. Any website you want to be on top of. We're going to use LinkedIn as an example. And again, this is the Dubb Chrome extension. So let's say I want to reach out to Ruben here. I'm going to open up the Chrome and it's going to put me physically on the page just like this. Now I want to think about whatever website it is. I want to think about the shape of my webcam, the placement, and the size. So the size you can control right here on the side. You can just drag the edge like this. I don't want to go too big because I don't want to cover everything that I'm trying to show. Placement wise, where do I want to put myself? Well, I want to be somewhere interesting. So I'm going to go right next to Ruben right here. Right there. I'm pointing the wrong way. And then I also can change shape. So I can do rectangle, phone shape, square. I'm going to stay a circle because LinkedIn uses circles. So I'm going to keep that like this. And I can also frame myself inside here. I can zoom myself in. I can back it up. I can move myself around like this. I can also jump to full screen, jump back to the page. I can turn my camera off right over here. So if I click my camera off, I can just do an audio walkthrough of a website if I want to. I also can use my headshot if I want to use my headshot. And if I am live, I have the ability to put a virtual background behind me if I want to do that as well. You have an annotation tool, which we'll use in a second. You have the ability to have a teleprompter. This one's a little different than the one you saw because this one I can physically move around. I also can grab the edge like this. And when I come in here, I have the ability to choose my script like we did before. You can choose your speed up or down, and then you can manipulate the sides, and I can put this wherever I want to. Now, a note about the teleprompter. I'm going to put it up towards my camera. Because the Dubb Chrome extension is browser based, if you want to use the teleprompter, you can't go full screen. If you go full screen, it's going to hide the teleprompter and you physically won't be able to get to it. So leave a little bit of a gap. So when you hit record, you can just tap it, bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now you have three orientations to record with the Chrome off here to the right. If I click camera, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I go with tab, which is what I'm on right now, when I hit record, it would just be a nice clean cut of this page. You won't see any of the tab mess at the top. If I click screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen, but I can bounce around to different tabs. So if I told Ruben, hey, listen, I want you to check out this site, I can bounce around to different tabs and it will follow me around. Now I'm going to use tab as an example. I'm going to bring in my whiteboard because I want that additional hook, and I'm going to click start recording to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I saw your profile over here on LinkedIn, and I wanted to reach out to say a quick hello because I saw you're an author and you're in technology, two things I love, and I wanted to chat with you real quick about something. So I did my whole 3 seconds, right? I did my movement, and then I jumped to full screen. Now, when you're using these screen recorders, jumping to full screen is a great way to make a point about something, break the visual, and then go back to the page. To do that, you can hover your mouse over your webcam and double click it, double click the screen to go back, or you can hover over the webcam, click this little box right here, jumps you to full, click here to go back, or you can select the little remote control at the bottom that says expand webcam and go back. You also can scroll around. You can be very free flowing, depending on your style, whatever you're more comfortable with. If you want to hit the pause button, hit the pause button. Get yourself set up where you want to be, and then click resume. The annotation tool over here to the left, you can use to point out a ton of stuff. You can do underlining, you can do arrows, you can do text on screen, you can do numerical, put things in numerical order of importance, you can draw, whatever you want. And all of these annotations are going to stay sticky. So if you continue down showing what you're showing, they're not going to follow you, which is really nice. And then you just delete them if you want to. So any website that you want to be on top of explaining something, the Chrome extension is a great way to do it. So I'm going to hit the check mark again, and the check mark is going to save this into the Dubb platform where we were before, the video edit page. Now, the video that I just recorded with Ruben, how would I share that with Ruben? So what you want to do is you want to connect with someone on LinkedIn. You want to be a first connection, and then just click message down here. And you're going to notice a little Dubb button shows up at the bottom right down there. Click the Dubb button like we did in the email. Find your video, click insert, highlight the text, change it to something you want to change it to, and then just click send. And then they'll be able to see that nice animated preview instead of just a bunch of text-based messaging. Okay, so the next screen recorder we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. How does that compare with what we just saw? So you just Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC. And if you have a Mac, it's going to be up here at the top, the little D symbol up here. On a PC, it'll be at the bottom. You have your different actions that you have here, or you can click View Quick Menu, and it will pop up separately like this. Now I'm going to click record screen so we can see the differences here and the similarities. So when I click record screen, the bubble does all the same stuff that Chrome did. So that's the same. The annotation tool does all the same annotations, but the only difference is this one, when you use it, the annotations won't stay sticky. They're going to follow you. So you want to use it, delete it, and move on. The teleprompter, similar to the Chrome, where this thing can move around anywhere that you want, but different than when you find a script. Because when you find a script, you're going to notice the first thing you have here is going to be auto track. So auto track is voice recognition. So as I'm reading the script, it's going to go at my pace. Now, if you don't want auto track, just click the button closed and it will turn to auto scroll. And you can choose the speed that you want it to go at. So either auto scroll or auto track. You have that as an option. And then the recording itself is different. So down here, you're going to notice this red slash through this square right here. If I was going to hit record right now, it would get my entire computer screen, which is great. But if I get rid of the red slash, now I have a drop down of choices. This right here is on 16 by 9 for YouTube, the proper orientation. You can put it on top of whatever you want. So whatever's inside the blue lines will be part of the recording. You also can do custom, which means I can crop around anything I want to crop around, which is really convenient. You can get very specific. I even can do portrait, which is going to be 9 by 16, a social media structure right here that you can be on top of in the proper format right from your desktop. Now, the last part is going to be the recording itself. So when I hit record down here, the red button, I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume, but the big difference is the check mark. So normally that you've seen in the last two examples, when I click the check mark, it saves it into Dubb, not with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it opens up a preview window, and I just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a bunch of clips, merge them together into one video, and then save it into the platform. So different than the Chrome. Chrome's one video you pause and resume. Desktop app, you're doing clip recording, which is pretty neat because clip recording, you can drag and drop videos from your computer that are in the MP4 format. You can drop them right in here and make them part of the story. So I just did a screen recording clip. So how would I do my next clip? Well, let's just say I'm going to minimize my little preview window. Let's say I want to show a different tab. Okay. I'm going to bring my preview window back up. There are three creative icons to the bottom left to continue recording. I'm going to click the one all the way to the left that says record screen video. Same style that I just did. I'm going to click that button. It's going to bring me back to where I was. And here I am. And I'm going to place this, wherever I want to place it on the page, frame myself how I want it. I'm going to hit record. And now I'm recording a second clip in the same style that I did the first one. I'm going to hit the check mark. And there is the second clip that I have recorded. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I would like. I also can click the three-dot menu and download or delete each individual clip, which is convenient. There's also a second icon down to the bottom left, which is a webcam icon. So if I select that here, I can do a webcam visual clip, which could be my opening to the video saying, hey, welcome to this video, or thank you for watching, or let me talk to you about this one specific thing. The whole point is it visually looks different than the other clips. The last option down to the bottom left is called Dubb Narrator. So Dubb Narrator is pretty cool because it gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of a bubble and put yourself on whatever you want to put yourself on top of. So if I was sitting here doing a market update, I could sit in front of my webcam, pull up a teleprompter if I wanted to, and deliver the market update. Save that video into Dubb, pull up the market update website, and then all I have to do is go Dubb Narrator, click that button to the bottom left. It takes me inside my video library, find the video that I recorded. Let's just say it's this video here. Pull up the site, put myself on top of it, hit record, and now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking and I can pause and resume and do all the good stuff I want to do. Now, when I'm ready to merge all of these clips together into one video, I can either hit the upload button to the bottom right, which will merge it and save it into Dubb, or I can click the edit button to the bottom right, which will merge the clips together. But you have a full editing suite right here inside the desktop app before you even save it into Dubb. And the editor is just like the one you saw inside the platform. You also have a little smart cut button here. So if you want to get rid of the silences in your videos, the little pink areas, you can do that. And you have the ability to get rid of them right in here for a tighter cut. Then you can download the file, the MP4 file, right now if you wanted to, and then you can upload it into the platform. Now, the only reason you download the MP4 file now, and I've done this in the past, if I was making a longer YouTube video, and I wanted to be sure that the upload didn't fail and I had it and it was really long, I would do that. But if not, I'll just click upload. Now, the last kind of recording style that we're going to look at is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is similar to the desktop app because it's also a clip recorder, but it's got some other cool stuff that you can do. So, to get the Dubb mobile app, look up Dubb app, and when you get it on your phone, here's how you'd be able to record some stuff. So, let me show you this here. Okay, let's see. No, I don't need that. All right, so here is the home area of the mobile app right here. To record a video, we're going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom, and that's going to open up our camera. Now, when you're first using the mobile app, you're going to notice that it's defaulted for just 1 minute. You can change it to specific times down here, but I always slide mine over to 10 because you can't go beyond 10 minutes on the mobile app, and it's not going to cut me off. To record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. I have a timer on my button, and I have a timer up here at the top. I also can pause and resume the recording. And to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there is the clip that I've just recorded. So again, clip recording, just like the desktop app. I'm going to hit record one more time. I'm going to have my second clip here. Each clip needs to be at least 2 seconds. And there is my second clip. And I can physically move these around. So I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. So again, I don't have to record chronologically. I also can tap a clip individually. And if I do, I have the ability to delete, download, trim, and I can select the edit button. And if I do, I can do some things here. So I can add royalty-free music if I want to. We have a whole library of stuff you can add. Just make sure you adjust the level so the music doesn't overwhelm your voice. You also can add text. So like I was saying in the beginning, this is where you can add your hook. And then you can put this anywhere you want, different color, different font, size, whatever you want to do there. You also have the ability to do a voiceover over your clip, or you can do it at the end if you'd like. You can speed up the action. If you have an action clip, you can go all the way up to 10x if you want to. You can add burned in subtitles now in the clip, or you can add them at the end. These clips have also been automatically downloaded to your phone, so you have them in your photo video area in case you need them. These icons right over here to the right, to know what they do, just tap the tooltip at the top, and that's going to give you their functions. And then all you have to do is click it again to close it. I always go with a countdown timer, this little button right here. I always go with 3 seconds because 3, 2, 1 just feels like the proper amount of time when you're getting ready to hit record. There's a 10-second one if you want to do that. Maybe if you had like a wireless mic and you needed the 10 seconds, it was kind of a further shot. You also have a video stabilization button right here. So if you're ever doing a walk and talk and you just feel like it's kind of all over the place, function visually wise, click this here, go low, medium, or high, and then it'll basically take the video from like this to more like that. It'll just be smoother. If you want to use a teleprompter, it's this little button right here. So again, we can go to create a new script at the top if we want to do that, or we can just select a script that we want. We also can control the speed between 1 and 10 that we did before. We can hit the play button to see if we like that speed. Now, if you are looking down for the words and you're not keeping your eyes at the top where they should be, increase the speed or move up the guardrails like this. That way, there's nothing to look at down here. You just got to keep your eyes at the top. And if you want to do a landscape video, you can just do it this way and it'll adjust the script that way. If you want to make any editing changes to the script, just click the pencil icon right here to the right, make the changes, save it. If you have an iPhone, you have voice recognition as an option. So you can click it here, click auto track, and then when you hit record, you'll be able to have voice recognition with this. Imagine closing a deal right now. So normally this would highlight, but it will highlight and move and give you voice recognition. So you can either do auto track or auto scroll. So voice recognition or go to speed. It's your choice. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X and it'll close. Now, if you have a video that you recorded on your phone and you want to make it part of this story right here, go to the folder button here, find the video on your phone, drop it in here, and then make it part of the story. If you want to record what's physically on your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, This is right here. So this will give you black and white, skin smoothing, different kind of color gradations, just kind of go through and see what you like. And then this one right here is picture in picture. This is what I mentioned in the beginning and that I showed. So you can click this here. It's going to physically show what's in front of you. And then you also can move yourself around the screen like this. You can make yourself bigger, smaller, zoom in if you want to. A lot of physical options there when you're recording. Last one down here is your virtual background. So this is like we did in the beginning with the webcam. Screenshot those articles, those properties, those screenshots of actions, people's profiles, and then you're able to put it behind you right there. And then when you're ready to merge all of these clips together into that one video, like we did with the desktop app, and then save it into the platform, it's this blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all the clips together. You're going to have a finished copy of that video on your phone. And then you'll also have the ability to upload it into the platform. So once this is done merging the clips, you're going to notice this blue button right here that says upload. And that's where you can save it into Dubb and access it anywhere in Dubb. Now, from the mobile app, you also can send videos. So as you can see right here, I'm in the home area again. Just grab a video that you want. And then what you can do is click the blue button right here. It says share video. And then you can click copy for email. It'll copy it and then paste it inside your email. Copy for SMS. It'll copy here, paste it inside your SMS. Or you can click the block menu at the top, the two blocks for email, or the paper airplane icon at the top right to the video and do the same thing. Now, if you do have a CRM that you really love using, like you love like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level or anything like that, we have a lot of integrations with different third-party senders. So if you have your video pulled up, if you go right here, if you go video and you go to share and send and you go to advanced options, optimize for this little spot right here. We have a huge list of companies that we integrate with that are third-party senders and CRM. So if you love your CRM, keep it. If you love it, just add video. Now, if you don't have a CRM that you're using, you absolutely can go here to the left and use Dubb as a CRM. You can click in here, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns within Dubb, bulk email and SMS. You can do automation with our Pro Plus plan, where you can do drip sequences that work really well. If you sign up for Dubb, you would have gotten one of our drip sequences. That's part of Pro Plus. And you also have the ability to, within the dashboard here, if you have any questions, this AI guide auto is fantastic. So you can ask Auto any questions related to Dubb, like how do I use the Chrome extension? How do I use the desktop app? But you can also ask Auto strategy questions like we talked about in the beginning. My ICP, what's a good hook? If I'm in real estate, what are the 5 best videos to make for FISBOs? And it will give you that advice. If you need help from the team, down over here to the bottom left, you can click the intercom bubble here, where you can talk with an AI or a human being on the team. You also can do a keyword search right down here at the bottom. It will typically bring you a video and an article as well. You also can access training right over here to the right. So this second link right here, when you open it up, this is our Dubb Academy. And it gives you a lot of different video training right in here. Everything's labeled, titled. You can learn right from within here. And another great spot is obviously Dubb support. So this is our live that's going on right now. But if you click videos, we have other trainings in here as well that you can access. They're all labeled and broken down. And it's a really good resource for a lot of people that are looking to do this. Now, the last thing I'm going to say here is 2 things. Dubb partners, down over here, click here, referrals, click apply now. It'll create a nice referral link for you for Dubb. It's a 30% recurring commission that we offer. We have a lot of partners that have done really well over the years doing this. All you have to do is share your link, invite them in here to the live training. If you have a group of people together, let us know. We always can come in and pitch. We're very supportive of our partners. So that'll create a link that you can share. Now, the other thing that we added is this little AI function here. So at the top here, this little red camera icon, when you go in here where we were before, notice there's a little prompt button here to the right. So when you select this, this is our AI video creator. So if you do want to create an AI video with Dubb, you can. You can come in right in here and choose the type of video you'd like to create. There are different ones. And you can just click on the one you want and you hit the play button.
Are you ready to solve your biggest problem right now?
It will give you an example of each one, as an example. And then you can choose your AI profile. This is pretty cool. So within Dubb, like if I was in real estate and I had buyers and sellers I worked with, I'd want to create my buyer and seller profiles so I can teach the AI what this is about my audience. You just answer the questions. And then the AI becomes very educated on that part of your audience. So if I was making a real estate video here, an AI video for my sellers or buyers, I just choose whatever audience I want to do. I'll put, I'll select sellers if that's the case. And then you just put the prompt in here. And you can get as creative as you want with your prompt. If you have a specific vision, great. I'll put shark swims up to screen and says, eat Rob. Now, when you choose your time here, I'll show you this. When you choose your type of video, I chose intro hook. Down here at the bottom, it's 4 seconds. You can only have between 4 and 12. So whatever kind of video you choose, it's going to correspond with the time. Like if I did commercial, it's going to be 8 or 12 seconds. But this is an intro one, so it's going to be 4 seconds. You can choose landscape or portrait. You can upload an image if you want to, like if you had a logo or something. And you just can't do your own face, celebrities, or historical figures. Then when you click generate concepts, it's going to give you three choices. And you can select all three if you want to, and it will generate all three. Or you can select one or two, whatever you want. And then once you generate those concepts, you're going to get an email from Dubb that says your AI video is ready. That AI video is also going to show up in your video library automatically. So you'll get an email notification and it will show up inside the platform. So in this case, I'm just going to click the first one here, but I could have clicked all three. I can go back and edit the prompt, or I can click generate video. I can click generate another one or back to the dashboard. And then I'm here. Now, the video itself, just to give you an idea of what it looked like, this is one I did the other day. This is a shark sitting at a desk in a business suit, because obviously this is very realistic. And this is this one.
ミートロープ。
He looks like an intimidating mob shark, is what he looks like. But the whole point is you can do a lot of creative stuff inside of Dubb, but it's really about knowing at the end of the day, what is your use case, who is your audience, and how am I sending this to folks? That's the biggest thing that you want to focus on. Because a lot of the times when you have a lot of things that you can do, you can say, "Oh, I can do that, I can do that." But what's the number one thing you're doing every day? If you're sending a introduction to referrals, it's easy. Sit right in front of your webcam, grab your mobile app, say hello. If you want to walk someone through something visually, like a market update or anything you want to show on your screen, put yourself inside of a bubble and walk someone through that. So there are all those different ways to do that. Okay, so let me pop over here and let me see what we have in the chat off to the right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Ayad, are you still in here, Ayad? I believe Ayad. Sorry, I'm getting your name. I would say Ayad or Ayad. Ayad, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Hey,
How are you,
yes.
my friend?
How about you?
Good. Let's see. So you said
Yeah,
you uploaded videos into Dubb, but the thumbnail is blank. Okay, so just talk to me a little bit about that.
absolutely. The three videos that I have are good videos with thumbnails and everything. But
Yep.
when I uploaded them into Dub, for
Yep.
some reason now it's blank, even though I can still play the video, but they
Mhm.
show as blank. So it's like, okay, how do I put in a thumbnail so people can see something in it rather than just blank?
Yeah, if you had to do that if something happened, right? If like just for some reason there was a bug or something and it's not showing, what you could do is go inside here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Just go inside here. Let's grab a video. And let's just say that this one isn't showing. It's just not
Hmm.
showing for some reason, right? Come in here to design right here.
Hmm.
Click here and then upload a thumbnail right here. And then you
Got
can
it.
upload whatever image you want, or you can generate one from in here. But if it's not showing there, it probably won't generate from here because it's not showing. Do you know what I mean? If there's some kind of
Hmm.
bug, I would just upload your own right there.
Got it. Okay,
As like
perfect.
a placeholder. Those things could happen sometimes where there's a bug, but it should not be, that should not be something consistent. So if you're seeing that, definitely support at Dubb. The email, send us an email and let us know.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you're welcome. And then let's see. I saw Johnny forums. Are there surveys available within Dubb? Let's see, Johnny. Let me come over to you. If you're still in here, Johnny. Let's see. There you are, Johnny. Johnny, can you hear me? Okay. Johnny, you there? Looks like you should be able to unmute. But yeah, you asked about forms. So yeah, you can do forms in Dubb. So what you can do is inside of Dubb here, if we go to the dashboard, if you can hear me, okay, Johnny. Under assets, you can go to CTA's call to action buttons. So if you select that here, I'm going to click the plus button here to create a new button. We'll just call it, I'll say forum. Go down here to type. And then when you go to form, this is what you'll click right here. And then you can add in here, whatever you want. What kind, what do you want in here? What's it about? What's it for? What are they filling out? You can gate it if you want to. You can have it pop up as like a modal, whether they got to watch the video first and then they get it, or it pops up when they get on the landing page. You can choose your button text. You can do custom or have one of the ones that we have pre-made. Give it a little description, and then just click save and close, and then you'll be able to have that, form. Now, if you have that's within Dubb. If you have a link to an external form, then it's just website link would be the type of CTA. Okay, so let's see. Gilberto, is the reply with video? How often can you have problems to upload the video? I think is depending on their internet, right? Let's see. Gilberto, are you in here? Gilberto, can you hear me okay? You can unmute if you'd like to.
I can hear you.
Yeah, how are you, my friend? We haven't had too many reports of that, but I mean, it could be possible, if
Yeah.
if someone was in like a bad spotty area.
You are right. You are right. So I just checking that. I put another question here. I just sent some videos through text,
Hmm.
and I realized that when they open it, the text, they click right away on the text and they watch the video without going to Dob page.
Hmm.
And I was dreaming that they can go to the Dob page so they can see all the cool things that we have in the page. Does that make sense? How can I force them when I send a text video and they click in the link to go to the Dob page and not watch the video on the text message?
Well, when they go to when they get a Dubb video by text and they click on it, they'll
Mhm.
be taken to the landing page. The video will be there on the page.
Yes.
So when they watch it, if you want it, you could say this in the video if you wanted to, but most of the time people know to scroll down because at the end of these videos, you want them to take an action anyway. So you could right out of the gate say your hook that we talked about, right? And say, take this action below, physically point down and say, all you have to do is book a time
Oh,
in my calendar or check this out here. And then that will tell them to scroll down. Most of the time, people know to scroll down, but you can be extra emphasizing if you want to.
yeah. I just send one. Can you see me? You
Yeah,
can see me.
I can't see yours, but what you can do is if you want, you can send it to feedback if you want to.
Okay.
Just send us what the video looks like, and we can give you feedback on it. Did you
So
see that email? I can give it to you right here. I just dropped it in the chat.
okay. Perfect. Yeah. I just need to point them so they can click in the message, so they can go to the Dob page. Because I sent in like 10, just a test.
Yeah.
A small group that I have in church, and I realized that everyone watched the video on the text, and no one visited the Dob page. So
Well, they were on the page. You're just saying they didn't take an action. They didn't click on anything or they didn't interact with the
they
page.
just click. For example, if you can see my phone, they just click here in the video, and they watch the video right away there
Yeah.
without
Mhm.
going to the page. And it was good. Everybody was so impressed at the video that I recorded and put it there. And it was nice. But I was thinking it would be cool if they can go to the page so they can see all the other features.
Oh yeah, no, they're on that page. Like if you have a preset created, like you have the buttons and everything, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, yeah.
They'll be on that page. When you text someone and they click on that animated preview, they're brought to the Dubb page. They're on it, but maybe they're just not interacting with it. So I would just say, just mention that in your video, and you should be okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
Yeah,
amigo.
yeah, definitely. And just make sure you have a preset landing page attached. Do you have the landing page created? The landing
Yes.
page with your buttons? Okay. Just
Yeah.
make sure you have that attached, and definitely that should be working.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And then let's see. Let's see, bump it mo. Oh, Bill, I didn't know Bill was in here. Hey, what's up, Bill? How are you, my friend? I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you, Bill?
Hey,
What's
how you
happening? How you
doing? You're
doing?
looking better. You're looking younger, Rob. What's going on?
Oh, am I? Hey, it's this great filter we have here. No, I'm kidding. It's this new filter we have. I have no idea. I appreciate it. Thanks,
Hey,
Bill. I
hey,
shaved. That's probably it. So
oh,
good.
that's probably it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to send you a razor last time. No, it's just a quick question. I know they have I think you call it auto track.
Yeah, yeah.
Have they done that yet? For other than Max?
I don't believe so. No, I don't.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't
I'm just
think
curious. That's
so.
it. I don't
I
think
had
so.
a bug on mine this morning with the app, so it might be a little buggy, but I don't think so. I'll ask Darius when I see him, but I don't think it's been added yet, but I'll check with him.
Well, your stuff is great, but it's now I'm really doing like like what you were just showing,
Yeah.
where, I'll lead into it. I answer emails that way. I
Mhm.
had a guy ask me a question and I went through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier than sitting to write an email that they're not going to read.
No, I know.
There's
Yeah.
so many more things that I just don't have the time to do that it's
Yeah.
capable of doing. But
Yeah.
um, anyway, all you people that are listening, do what I did. I've been with them about 4 years, and I just kept coming every day. And I learned something on Monday, and I tried to add to it on Tuesday and Thursday, and then eventually I knew what the heck he was talking about. Then you go to the next thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you get good at everything.
It's literally step by step. I mean, like the people that like yourself, Bill, and other folks that have used it for a while, it's really finding, I mean, it's like hammering that nail of use case, use case, use case, because once you have your use case, especially when you're first doing, you're using Dubb, okay, this is how I'm going to record. I have my hook, and now it's just about delivering it, and I think people in general, um, because of social media, we're so used to getting content. We're so used to seeing content. So I think when it comes from a sales perspective, it's kind of a natural evolution of sales in a way, because for people to want to click on something, you have to offer some value of why. You know what I mean? Like whatever industry they're in, what's this video about? What's this piece of information that's going to make me say, "Oh, I didn't know that," or "That's interesting." Like it's kind of like when people watch a social media video and they like it or they favorite it or you know what I mean? There's some value they feel from it. I feel like that's a big part of sending these things. But the advantage is always you got that landing page, buttons, AI learning, all that stuff. So yeah.
Well, what did it with me was I never met you personally. I never met Darius personally. I never met Ruben personally. But if I was, God forbid, out in California and I ran into you guys,
Yeah.
it feels like I know you.
Yeah.
And, we were doing videos and they were made nicely, but it might have been my voice, but it wasn't me.
Right.
And then I changed it. And I kind of just focus on people that I know. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to do these videos and
Hmm.
like build a big presence. So I have all these people
Sure.
coming to me because I'm not 24, 34, 44. I'm old now and I don't want to work that hard. But everyone, when I send a video, they know who I am, or at
Yeah.
least they recognize me. And that's the idiot I didn't want to talk to last time. But, uh,
Yeah.
it really does everything. And then finally, yesterday, Rob Zuckerman, I
Yeah.
saw him on one of the things. I said, right. He goes, oh, I didn't know that I could. So you guys, put him on the me because I,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
told him
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's great. Anyone that's listening, I've been doing it 4 years. It can do anything you want. You just don't know it yet. And if they can't do it, they'll make it so it can be done. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate it, Bill. Thanks, my man.
No problem.
You always have great insight. Really appreciate it. Gilberto, I saw your question about can you tell me more about your company and the news for the future. So we actually have a big update coming. It's next Wednesday. We're going to be sending an email out to everybody. It's our big update to the platform where we kind of talk more in detail about the different things we've added over the last year. Typically, we do these update webinars like once a year. So it's going to be next week. So we'll be sending out, there's the team sending out email blasts. You guys will get information on all that and links about how to join and everything for the webinar. I think it's next Wednesday at 11, I think, but you'll get the emails on it. But just in short, Gilberto, about, Dubb, it was really started by Ruben and Darius back in, I think it was 2018, 2019, with the idea of just human connection with video because in the sales world, it's rare that videos are sent like this. If someone shares a video in the sales world, it's typically sending a YouTube link or a link to their video library or something. It's not really a lot of focus on the personal stuff. Like Loom did their stuff years ago where it was very inter-office, back and forth team kind of stuff, which is awesome. It's great. You can do that with Dubb too. But it was really about personal experience with the video, then the landing page, going right to the landing page. So the one thing we're talking about for the future is in the last year and a half, we've really incorporated AI like everybody else has, right? It's not going anywhere, right? But we're trying to focus on AI that is supportive of the human, not in replacing the human. So really taking those tasks that can be handled and put you in a better spot so that person gets to meet the human to human connection that we're all about. So it's about for the future creating supportive tech and then having strategies related to that tech that lets you do what you do best. So that's really what it's about.
Any advice? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Any advice? Our goal is we are launching in 2 weeks
Yeah.
a customer service. We call them the memorable experience system,
Mhm.
and everything that I'm building is based on, I would say, 50% in Dubb. Our goal is to have 100 attorneys, and that's why I asked that question. Because I think that everything is about communication and creating impact. So we're teaching attorneys how they need to serve them better in the customer service area. And I want to use Dubb to help them to create a welcome video, a request review video before the appointment, and, doing all those type of things,
Mhm.
and how they can train their employees, of course, to give a good experience.
Mhm.
But my dream is, what can I do to get 100 clients in the next 6 months? That's my dream, and I working a lot on that, in almost 2 months preparing the Facebook campaign that we're going to launch in the 10th of February, I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's great. I think, look, at the end of the day, if it's a lawyer whose head's down doing what they do, if it's a dentist or a doctor, anyone within their profession where they're doing what they're doing their job every day, they're doing their thing. The interruption of the value that's reminded of them, because if I was I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I just played one on TV, but like if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, hey, you're telling me this is better for client retention and all these. So in other words, you're bringing something to my attention that if you have, especially if you have video testimonials
yeah.
of getting them from other lawyers, that's a great thing to add in there. Plus, you want to like split up your landing pages probably with different kinds of lawyers, whether they're doing probate, criminal, whatever it is, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then you can have the different messaging. I would keep the messaging short and succinct, and hit on the point that matters to them most, which would be getting new clients, keeping the clients, and then
Mhm.
the ones that are not retaining either staff, like say I'm a lawyer and I got a firm and I'm losing lawyers because of maybe, certain things that are happening, you can address those two things, but they got to be right out of the gate. It's almost like interrupting them when they have their book, putting it down to be like, okay, this is something that you need to think about because this is your bottom line to your business. So,
Thank you
yeah.
very much. So you do these trainings every day? Is that right?
Yeah, not on the weekends though. Yeah, yeah, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, thank you, Rob. I'm excited and appreciate your help. Okay.
Very
Have a
much. It
great
was great
weekend.
meeting you. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. We appreciate it. We're past the top of the hour. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Happy recording. See you, everybody.